So what's going on, guys? The Truck Guy here. Today we're unboxing and reviewing the Stanley FATMAX ExoChange folding utility knife. Guys, this is model number FMHT10289. Stanley makes it difficult on us guys when they throw in that FMHT. I don't like it one bit, guys, so if you don't like it, comment down below. But guys, let's check out the Stanley FATMAX folding ExoChange. And I somewhat recently reviewed the fixed body ExoChange, and that is absolutely one of my favorite utility knives. So I was blown away, guys, when I was reviewing Amazon and I saw they had the folding ExoChange. And guys, you know me, you know the Truck Guy, you know I got excited and I said, hey, I've got to review that. I've got to review it for the Truck Guy channel. And I absolutely picked it up from Amazon. It was $12.22, so it is going to set you back a little bit. But guys, I got a little annoyed because I just checked Amazon and they lowered it to $11.97. So guys, the Truck Guy got screwed out of a quarter. It's a quarter cheaper, so go out and get it now. But why don't you wait a second, because let me review it first. I'm going to tell you if you should go out and get it now. Stanley FATMAX folding ExoChange. Let's get it out of the package. But first, guys, before we do that, let's throw you to the intro and let's do it. Alright guys, so the Stanley FATMAX folding ExoChange, that is a lot to say, guys. The 10289. Let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging and see what we've got. So one of the really interesting and cool features about the ExoChange is the way you change the blade. You extend it and remove it that way. That's the quick change mechanism. And it looks like the folding ExoChange has a magnet in it, and I don't recall that on the fixed body ExoChange, so definitely a really cool feature. They're hooking us up with one blade, so I'm really not that, thrilled with Stanley. They're only hooking us up with one blade. Guys, comment down below if you think Stanley's chinsing out on us. But we'll check out if this has any blade storage. I don't think it does, but in that case, maybe it makes sense that Stanley's only hooking us up with one blade. On the back, we've got a little bit more description of the blade change and then the folding mechanism. So really not a lot else going on here on the packaging. So guys, let's go ahead and get it out of the packaging and see what we think. So we'll get it out of the packaging. Looks like it folded right up there, and we'll set the packaging aside. So in terms of the folded ExoChange, it feels somewhat compact actually for an ExoChange, because this, I thought this was the biggest Stanley knife. I've encountered even larger Stanley knives since, but I thought this was the biggest one, and to have this fold up like this, it's actually pretty impressive by Stanley. One thing I'm not liking when it's folded, guys, is there's some movement, some clicking. It really doesn't secure down. So I'm not loving that from the folding ExoChange. And it looks like it's got kind of a thumb stud on either side of, the blade portion of the knife. So let's go ahead and see if we can get it one hand open. That's not working. We'll try. If you use two fingers, you can get it. So that's a massive extension on that folding knife. So we've got it extended, and it feels really odd in the hand, guys. And I like it when a knife feels good in the hand, and this feels odd. I mean, you've got a ton of weight up front and really no weight in the back. If you guys can see that, that just falls down. I mean, you can see the weight distribution. I mean, That's pretty crazy, guys. And as you can see, you've got nothing in the handle. Really nothing at all. And I don't see any blade storage. It doesn't look like this comes up in any way like you'd see on the normal, you know, kind of ExoChange or Stanley knife. And you've got a liner lock there, but there's some substantial wiggle, some substantial wobble. I mean, this is crazy, guys. I mean, I wouldn't trust this as far as I could throw it. And granted, I can throw it pretty far. You know, I don't know if I'd trust this on any tough jobs. The liner lock, again, I mean, that's not a great liner lock. I just do not trust that, guys. And I'm a big Stanley fan, and I'm a huge Stanley FatMax fan, so I don't know what Stanley was thinking. I mean, maybe they're just trying to capitalize on the ExoChange brand and, you know, the fact that people like the fixed body one. I don't get it. But let's take a look at the quick change mechanism and the blade. So that slider, it rockets up to full extension, which I like. Which I definitely like, but it is catching a bit there up top. So I'm liking it, but wow, the middle of that extension is completely messed up, guys, on my knife. I don't know if this is the same for others, but you can get up to full extension, but occasionally you'll get caught on that kind of that middle portion of the slider where you slide up to full extension so you can change the blade. That's the quick change. But it seems like it gets hung up there. And then, okay, so trying to get fully extended. That's not too bad. But, okay, well, that time I wasn't able to, so it's then it's getting hung up there, you know, in the middle again. So, wow. Okay, I can't even slide down. So you need to be really deliberate with this quick change, and it's not like this on my fixed body ExoChange, which is crazy. You have to be really deliberate about keeping your slider to the left, or if you're gonna, you know, fully extend the blade and change it, you have to be really deliberate about going to the right. So, wow, it's all over the place, guys. This slider is absolutely all over the place. Sometimes it works perfectly, and other times you really have to work it in the middle to get what you want. So if I'm working tough jobs, you know, I don't want to be manipulating my slider that much. So I'm not liking that, guys. I'm not liking that at all. You know, some of the other features here, you've got a belt clip, and even that, guys, that's wiggling, that's wobbling, that's moving around a lot. So I'm not a big fan of that belt clip either. It's not a deep carry, so it's going to protrude out of your pocket a little bit too. Overall, guys, I'm just not liking what I'm seeing. And let me grab this Stanley fixed body ExoChange so we can take a look at the differences. So here's the fixed body ExoChange, guys. So you can see, let's get the folding ExoChange extended here. It's right about the same length. So I think they did a good job, or the best they could, kind of matching up the folding knife with the fixed body. They kind of look similar, actually. So I'm impressed with Stanley for trying to keep the knives pretty similar. The folding is actually a little bit wider, which is, you know, somewhat surprising, although they kind of need to, you know, they need to have somewhere to put the top portion of the knife to fold it. So I get it. But if you look at this Stanley FatMax fixed body ExoChange, this slider is absolutely perfect. You can see how quickly I can do that and go up to full extension. That's why I've said, guys, the ExoChange has one of the best sliders I've ever encountered. You know, not to mention, guys, you've got massive blade storage in the fixed body, and this isn't too wide of a knife, so you could throw this in your pocket, no question. So why do you go folding? The weight distribution on this knife is all off, guys. You know, there's no weight in the handle. I hate that. I absolutely hate that about this knife. And to be honest, guys, the slider, it's just a really poor slider. I don't know if they use the same mechanism as the fixed body, but this slider is just not doing it for me. It'll occasionally feel like the fixed body, but then it'll just fail on you. So I don't know if they chinsed out. I don't know what they did. Frankly, I'm a little upset with Stanley Fatmax. I don't like them doing the ExoChange this way. I think when you have the fixed body ExoChange and it's a good knife, you need to keep this a good knife, because people are going to buy this folding ExoChange and think, hey, you know, it's an ExoChange, it's a Stanley Fatmax. I mean, this is a knife that we want to be associated with, and the truck guy's here to tell you, you do not want this knife. Even at the price it's at, which is 12 bucks, so it's kind of in the middle. It's going to set you back a little bit, and granted, Amazon is a little bit on the more expensive end. I don't know what you're getting with this knife. It doesn't feel good in the hand. You know, the top portion of this knife is too thin and too heavy. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't feel good in the hand because you've got this hollow portion at the back. So I don't know what they were thinking with this knife. You know, there's a lot of movement, just a lot going on here, and I just do not see the quality with this Stanley Fatmax. The fixed body ExoChange all day, go out and get it, guys, but I would absolutely avoid the folding ExoChange from Stanley Fatmax. You know, I can't think of anything too redeeming about it, guys, so I'm not going to recommend it. And you know, for me, that's a big deal. If I'm not recommending a Stanley, if I'm not recommending a Stanley Fatmax, there's some serious issues with it, guys. So that's it, guys. Please like, please subscribe, and as always, we'll talk to you on the next video.